Now, Coolio. Yes, 128. He doesn't know the agenda, but he'll get into it blind. Appreciate you coming on the podcast at the last minute, bro. Appreciate it. All right.
And sorry I didn't respond earlier.
We gotta sync up. You're good. Fox, being you on 3 or on 4? 1, 2, 3. I was early there. All right. Me and Lemon on 4. 1, 2, 3.
4.
Just snap on 4.
Oh, that works too.
Oh.
All right, snap on 4. 1, 2, 3. Did you just touch the mic? Did you just touch? Is that how you synced up? Just mute your microphone with your finger? All right, that works. All right, so 128. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome back, everybody, to the MUTMen podcast, episode number 128, and we're joined, as always, by Gutfoxx. Man, how has your week been?
I think, pretty good. Some ups, some downs, but overall, I would say it's been a solid week, of just playing Madden, enjoying myself. The new fresh lifestyle. We got a fresh outlook on life. Just so damn chipper and cheery now. I'm no longer half asleep when these things are going on. Don't need to take a nap before these and try and reset the fatigue in my brain. How about you, Tex? How's your week? Got any text messages?
Not bad. No text message this week because I've been sick, so I haven't really been leaving the house. So I've just been kind of just chilling, trying to get over the sickness. So no message. But next week we'll get back into the shenanigans that I usually partake in. But my week has been dreadful, bro. I want to make videos, but when you're sick, you just don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
So I've just been watching Ozark on Netflix. That's all I've been doing.
I watched the first episode of that. We won't get into that, but hey, one thing.
The first episode's so good, though.
Yeah, it was a good one. But we don't. This is a MUT podcast. We don't get it too away. We got a guest we're holding up. I just want to say one thing, Tex. I've started lifting again. I'm back on the horse.
Okay.
You're working at a gym. I'm going to a gym. So we're kind of living lives similarly now, I guess.
You prepping for the Madden Combine, aren't you? So you get some free packs.
Wait, what's that?
Madden Combine, every time they do those Combine programs, they say send us a clip of you doing some Combine workouts, and they'll give you some free packs.
Oh, I figured it was just gonna be what Drew did, or Not the Expert did last year with his average guy does the Combine. I'm in training for that, so I'm trying to get under 6 flat in the 40.
Above average, no, under average. What's below average? Below average guy does the Combine. That could work out.
Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, it'll be just big old muscle. Because I'm doing nothing but lifting, so it'll be never mind. Well, you guys will see if I do the video. We'll see it. All right, introduce our guest.
Our guest came on the last minute. Appreciate you coming on. Our guest is on second time on the podcast. We got Lemon, aka Legendary Lemon. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good. Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. So yeah, I don't know what else to say really. Yeah, I play MUT.
You're full of words.
That's my background.
Today, huh?
Yeah, I'm full of words today.
But yeah, last time I will say you did a very good job last time. So I won't give you too much crap up front, and I won't don't say stuff. Or I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But you you did a good job last time. You're well spoken, so we had you back. Because you're like the, I don't know, how would you classify yourself as a hardcore MUT player, community member? You see it from a different perspective than say content creators. Because we're always asking for more content because we love that shit for our channels, just to have fun with the game. And are you in a similar boat or what?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm in a similar boat. I definitely play this game a lot, so I definitely consider myself hardcore in that aspect. And I think YouTubers and, I guess just players like myself, we both want a lot of content because for YouTubers, y'all, it's really fun for you guys and you get to make the videos off it. And for players, it's we have stuff to do. So I think both people really want content on that side. So
agreed. All right, so let me run down the agenda quick, and then we'll get into the pod, the full thing. So we're gonna talk about the CFM YouTubers draft. I know that's great for Lemon. We try to call up a bunch of YouTubers, but half of them have a hurricane headed at them, and the other half, kind of don't like us. Anyways.
That's pretty accurate assessment. I'm not going to lie about that. It's pretty accurate.
We're going to talk about Shaz. We're going to talk about Team of the Week. MUTmaster Shaz and his stats. Team of the Week, whether a promo is going to come out to fight 2K. EA's official stream that they're going to have Thursday, and their GoFundMe for the Jacksonville events. The power-ups being investments and what Texas is hearing for that. The MUT leaks and the bot that he's putting out. The solo battles and how they cheat. Texas is got a good thing about that. And then we'll talk at the end, the comment section from last week. There's a great comment right here about regular CFM versus MUT people and who likes the game and why there's so like a difference in opinion on this game this year and who eats it up and who doesn't. Anyways, first topic, talking about CFM. There was a YouTubers draft over the weekend. Texas, you're very passionate about this subject. I will let you have the floor.
Oh, I watched your stream too, bro. You're passionate about everything as well. Why
were stream sniping my draft? My
strategy?
No,
so I cut the stream off because I was watching. No, I was off the stream.
You stole Ted Ginn from me.
I didn't
kick him from the league. He's gone.
I think what had happened was you had to pick right before I did, or right after. I think it was right after. Right after. I was 5, you were 6.
Yeah.
And so I think what happened was there were 2 people that were one person in both our streams telling us to draft Ted Ginn. I think that's what happened. I think that's what ended up happening, and that's why I took him, because that guy told me. But so the CFM. Again, reiterate what Gutfoxx said. A lot of us ended up drafting a bunch of players for our CFM where we could play a bunch of other YouTubers. And the stream or the whole draft night process was the worst thing ever. Bro, so Gutfoxx can attest to this, and people who watch the stream. Took me 7 hours, or not 7 hours, took me 2.5 hours to draft 7 players.
It wasn't great.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good. That's such a long time to get basically, and like I'm like, yo, I want other stuff. I thought it was gonna go by fast because like they all agreed to a fantasy draft. So you figure that a lot of the people that agreed would be drafting. Wrong. A lot of people didn't have the game installed. Your favorite, MMG, didn't have the game installed.
We don't need to call people out.
I'm calling them out.
This is why half the people don't like us, Texas.
First of all, MMG loves us, and he don't listen to the podcast anyway. But at the number 2. If you want to be in the CFM and we've been playing this for a month, have the game installed. Come on, man. It didn't make any sense. So it just took a long time. So I'm looking forward to playing the games. But if this goes past the season, next year, right, we're not doing a fantasy draft. Because unless like the commissioner can just like give me the mod powers, and I'm just going to sim the entire thing. Because get stuck with the team you get stuck with.
Yeah.
I'd have been better with that than as opposed to waiting 2.5 hours to draft 7 players.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. So the CFN draft, like, it was great and it was bad. Like, the issue was people that, like, they started for the draft and they quit, and then the time went for their whole time to take their spot, so it went all the way down. So, like, but if once Wheels took over and started skipping people, even though he skipped me and I made a big to-do about it, I really don't care. I mean, I didn't take it personally. I was just kind of, like, in the moment, it's kind of like, it's Madden anger, right? Like, I get angry, I burst out, and then like I cool down like 30 seconds later, and I should have DM'd Wheels. Maybe hopefully he's listening to this, probably not, but yeah, I'm not angry at him. I don't take that personal. He skipped one of my picks, and then I had 2 guys I was gonna take as a running back. Both of them got picked before my next one, so I exploded on stream. But in the end, it's not that big of a deal, right? So like. I get over my anger pretty quickly, and so yeah. Well, go on to Texas. You're gonna say something?
I'm not mad at any like the whole like person skipping picks. I'm just annoyed that people that want to participate in this didn't show up for it.
Yeah,
like that's not really a promising sign that this is gonna last the entire season if you couldn't even show up for the draft. No,
it's not a good sign for this league, and I think Bengal kind of nailed it when he said, "Yeah, I don't expect this thing to go 3 weeks." He said he didn't expect to go 1 week. And I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
It's not even gonna start, bro. I drafted this team. Somebody gonna get this work, bro. I did not draft this team and put Ted Ginn at running back to not play a game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have nothing but 95 speed in my linebacker core. I did the same thing with DBs. So it'll be a fun time. I think I got CC. I think the first week he reached out to me in a DM saying, "Hey, when do you want to play?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't even look away." So I'm playing a good play right away. I'm in a great division, so I'm totally fine bagging the whole league because man, it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna end up like 6-10 with the schedule I got at me. I'm just kidding about that. But yeah, I guess were you more offended by the people that left and decided no, I don't want to, like the YouTubers that said they were gonna do it then backed out and we had to replace them? Or the people that didn't show up for the draft?
The draft is more important. The draft is something that we knew, so I'm not mad at anybody like getting out of the league at the last minute because they got other things that planned and they probably have some engagement that they didn't foresee happening in the future. So I can't get mad at their life schedule getting in the way. But with this, we planned this draft for a month. We all knew September 1st was the day. Don't let us know day of. that you can't make it. Don't let us know day of, oh, my game's not installed. Don't let us know any of that. Just show up.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
It was, I don't know. Anyways, like, so besides for that, it was overall kind of a fun stream. Hopefully it gets some, playing other YouTubers. I think just in general, it's great as long as people understand, like, it's not going to be an ego hit if you lose to somebody else, but there's going to be that ego and it's going to be tough.
No. If I lose to Healy, bro, I'm gonna quit Madden.
Is that a loser leaves game type?
Loser leaves YouTube match, bro.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm gonna be so hurt. Like, how does MLB guy come over here with my ass, bro?
MLB guy.
I'll be so sad.
Oh, that'd be so great. Yeah, it's like me and Chewbacca's loser leaves town bet, but he didn't take me up on it, unfortunately. Anyway, so I do agree. I mean, here's the thing with YouTubers is I don't know how to say this, but there is a lot of egos involved, right? Like, to put yourself out there to deal with abuse on a daily basis from people, I mean, you got to have a decent sized ego and think well about yourself. So losing a game to another person, I just hope people won't get too upset. So, anyways, I don't know what else to say about the CFM draft. Everybody check it out. I haven't put it up in by the time this video goes up, it'll be up on my channel, my draft and everything. Texas, you put it up on your channel. But yeah. I'll probably stream the games. You gonna stream the games, Texas?
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. It depends on what I think works the best for, like, content wise. Because I could do a stream, but then my face cam is gonna be in the bottom corner if I do like some editing stuff on it, which I don't know if I want or not.
Yeah.
And so I may try to figure out a way to if I can get my like how I can record my Elgato without recording my actual face as well. And so we might stream it though, just so I can get embarrassed on stream and lose to somebody. Because but certain games ain't gonna be on stream. If I'm playing Problem or playing like somebody better than me, that's gonna be all post-con.
Because you don't want to get salty. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, it'll be good. I think that's the benefit. Win or lose, I think it'll be fun for people to see us play each other. But anyways, moving on from the CFM, back to Lemon, who's a Muck guy. Sorry for that little thing at the start for the CFM. But hey, Lemon, question: have you seen MUTMaster Shaz's stats? Are they too hard to accomplish?
Oh, you mean like okay, I thought you were talking about for a second like the stats on the back of his card, but no, you're talking about the objective list, right? Like what you have to do. Yeah, the objective list,
yeah.
I don't think it's too hard to accomplish. I just think it's like too long and tedious. Like I was thinking about this. So I never did MUTMaster until Madden last year, right? Madden 18. I know it just makes me lose a lot of credibility because everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, this guy didn't even do MUTMaster like in previous years." But to me, I always felt that MUTMaster was basically like unachievable unless you had millions of coins because you always had to do. It would basically be the equivalent this year of having to do like the Team Diamond Ronnie Lott set, right? And basically, it would just be like you would lose so many coins just to get MUTMaster, just to say you got it, that it wouldn't even be worth it, really.
I like that part about Master though.
So like to me, I don't think it's that bad. I just think it's kind of tedious. Like I think I still have like 50,000 passing yards or something, and I'm just like, why? Like I don't know. It feels more like Stats Master instead of like mastering MUT.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know.
That's the biggest complaint.
It's like
Texas,
filler.
you said something?
No, because I like that portion of like MUTMaster where you got to spend a bunch of money early on to get the best card into the game, and then later on you get rewarded.
Yeah,
that's typically how it went. MUTMaster was just a thing to where you had to waste coins on early, but then they dropped like mid-season master, then ultra master, which then ended up rewarding you in the end. So I thought it was worth it from that perspective, but I didn't mind losing coins early to make more coins at the end.
Yeah, I mean that's not a terrible point. I know a lot of people hated the sets and how much it cost to make the MUTMaster, and really I'm like Lemon. I didn't do MUTMaster in the past because of what Texas said with the cost that it cost up front to do it. But I've done it the last 2 years because it's just simply solo grind and really we're gonna be seeing Shaz on everybody's team for the rest of the year, right? That's gonna be in their top 3. It's like it's like Sean Taylor was last year, but this is like a user player, so it's got more, I would say, more impact than Sean Taylor. Like like the middle linebacker spot for like a 4-3, there's only one of them, so he's just like free safety was last year, non-sellable. So like, what's the point of upgrading? Like if you got Ray Lewis as your Hall of Fame player, like are you salty? Like or like. There's no reason to get middle linebackers going down the road unless you're running a 3-4. But I don't know. I don't like that it's non-sellable. I don't like that it was kind of easy to complete because it's not really masterful. Like, and the master that they have is doing is just throwing solos or throwing streaks and running Wildcat and solos. So overall, I think MUTMaster's disappointment. But back to the stats and the objectives. Do I think it's too hard? I'm not even close. I'm not like I haven't started grinding for those stats really. I think I'm just gonna take them as they come. What about you, Tex?
So I feel like they're too hard because I feel like I should have a lot of this stuff done, but just because it's okay, that's my phone, my fault. A lot of the stuff just seems like it's going for just like it's stuff I just can't get. So I have 45 interceptions, right? Okay, 45. How many interception return yards do you think I have after having 45 interceptions? I got more than that, obviously, but 45 total.
I don't know.
How much you think that would get you, like if you're playing games, like 45 INTs? You don't know? You know what I mean? Thought Lemon?
I'm gonna go with maybe 400 yards.
Right? That's not good. Usually if you get an interception, but with the camera angle turning away this year, you can't really get return. I got 530 interception return yards. I feel like last year I would have 1,000 already. But because of the camera angle, it makes it more difficult. So now it's kind of hard to get that. But that's not even the hardest one. The tackle for losses is tough. Same thing with the pass deflection. You get 100 pass deflection with this Ryan Shazier.
Yeah, on the camera thing, I don't understand how they managed to mess that up again. Wasn't it fine in Madden 17, and then the last 2 years it's just been messed up? Ever since they switched to Frostbite, how do they manage to
they switched
make
it
that
last
so
year
bad?
3 times. I had the timing down for the middle switch, and they switched it again, and it's completely fucked up my timing for the rest of the year on that. So they could easily do that between they can easily change that timing on their end pretty easily in a patch. So I don't know. I don't think that's anything to do with the engine.
I don't know. I just wish they fix it because I'm losing return yards. I'm losing, but that's not the big deal though. I have 195 solo tackle. I gotta get 1,250. You could have used this Shazier from a 70 overall to get these objectives. I have 195. It's super hard to get these objectives locked out. Not a fan of it. I don't think I'm gonna get this knocked out unless I actively try to get this done until probably something late October, just based off how this has gone so far.
One thing I will say on the topic of MUTMaster, how you go about getting them, I like how you basically get Ryan Shazier and then you upgrade him, but I think they should tune it next year because I guess the whole idea was, you were supposed to get Ryan Shazier at the start and then use him through your journey. And then these stats you're supposed to get with him are supposed to be really easy to get in the long term because he's always on your team. But in reality, that's not how it works because after a few days, you're why am I starting a 78 middle linebacker on my team right now? I can just go buy an 84. So he just kind of sits on your bench and does nothing unless you run a 3-4 until you can get him up to an 86, which depending on how willing you are to sit in solos and just bomb passing yards and try to just grind the stats. I mean, I just recently got him to an 86, I think. So he's been on my bench since the game came out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It's tough, but in the end, should the stats have been the MUTMaster grind instead of the other stats? Should the objective list for Shaz been the MUTMaster grind? Or, how would you have done MUTMaster, Tex?
I mean, they could do the stats, but just make them more reasonable, I guess. And on top of that, maybe, don't have 100 pass deflection with a linebacker because I don't like deflecting balls as it is, especially online. So I have to go into a head-to-head game and purposely deflect balls. I mean, it's going to be solo challenges as well, but if you're playing head-to-head, you got to go in there willingly pressing square or pressing left bumper to get a pass deflection like that. So you're basically sacrificing a pick to get you, hopefully win you the game, to get deflections. Come on now, don't do that.
I mean, if you let Ryan Shazier play himself, he'll probably do that anyway, since I feel like they swat more balls or just look at him than they actually go for picks. There you go.
They'd be out here just fucking flying 17 yards underneath the ball and just swatting it. I don't get it.
Well, yeah, I mean, contrary to that, my opponent in this last game that I played right before shutting off the stream, his Ryan Shazier, so it was a seam route. And I had Diamond Tom Brady. I threw the ball to the seam route to Randy Moss. He was standing in the direct middle of where my quarterback was and where the seam route was on the wide side of the field. And it was I don't know how Randy was probably 20 yards downfield. He was standing in the almost the exact middle between Brady and Moss and was able to jump up and grab that seam route. And I just holy shit, how does that happen? I think it was a user. I checked on instant replay, I couldn't tell, but I think it was a user. But anyways, It's just crazy that Shaz with his jumping and everything. I don't necessarily know. I guess the CPU will swat, but man, he's got some magnetic hands there for the user. And I agree with you, Tex. You got to go for the pick. And 100 pass deflections, tough.
It doesn't make any sense for that. And then with the solo tackle, there should just be tackles in general because you're not going to be getting many solo tackles in this game outside like huge hit sticks because the broken tackle animations happen too frequently to where somebody's going to come help you.
Yeah.
So it has to be open one-on-one tackle, which if you suck at user, you're going to miss. Or if you finally do hit him, then it has to be a hit stick. Otherwise, it's going to be this animation where somebody can come help bring him down. And dude can just get there late and still be counted as a half tackle. I'm like, ugh. It's frustrating. Real quick though, do you think the pass trajectory needs to be tuned, or linebackers jumping needs to be tuned? What do you think?
So Clint said on the podcast, or I forgot, maybe it wasn't. I forgot where he said it, but he said they're changing that the trajectory on the ball this year, so that won't happen as much. And it's clearly still happening. I think they tuned a little bit of that with like CPU spies jumping and picking stuff. Because like after that first patch, they even mentioned in the notes. I haven't seen it as much lately, but I think it's trajectory, right? Like because
I don't remember a lot of these guys just sitting without like Calvin Johnson last year, just sitting in those throws and picking people off.
You don't remember
that? It
seemed
like this year you could no. So I said other than Calvin, right?
Okay.
I remember everybody else like with linebackers just not being. Even like Anthony Barr, not like, well, he wanted like a few exceptions, but just like not getting jumping animations when they thought they probably should. Now it seems like you get jumping animations no matter what you do.
Yeah, like, okay, even going back all the way to 15 with Julius Peppers and his 6'7", 95 overall. I forgot which card that was, but 95 overall Peppers, that you just sit in lanes and do the same thing. Like, this has been an issue in Madden for years. And the reason it's an issue, like, I think it's trajectory related because you don't see this in, like, if this was such a good, like I don't know, strategy, why wouldn't they employ it in the NFL? If Julius Peppers could just sit next to the line of scrimmage and like kind of watch the like Tom Brady's eyes, wouldn't he just be able to like pick it off then, like the same distance if the trajectory was the same, right? Like, wouldn't that be just a strategy?
And wouldn't the counter that would be the pump fake and then get him in the air and then throw the route? Like,
yeah, true.
I guess if that was gonna be overpowered, there's always the counter to something that can be overpowered. But in Madden, you can't pump fake to get the guy to jump because he's not going to jump once the ball's thrown.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Lemon, what are your thoughts?
Oh, you mean like on like the QB spies picking stuff off and stuff?
Yeah, and trajectory
like
of
that?
The ball. Do you think that's too low?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it might be a little bit too low, but then again, I think if they like raise it up high, I mean, there's already problems with quarterbacks like overthrowing receivers where you can't catch it unless you aggressive catch. So like, I think if they make the pass trajectory higher, it's just going to screw everything up. I think it's just going to make trying to get user picks worse than what it already is. Because I think some of the reason why they might not be jumping when you try to like user pick with a linebacker is because it's too far over their head, so the game won't let you do it. So I think if they just make it higher, it just won't. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess where it is, it's
completely
fine,
different
but
in my opinion. Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Now, Texas, what do you feel about user animations this year?
They're iffy at best. I played a draft champions game where a dude threw the ball literally in front of me twice as a user, and I just didn't get animation. But then you'll get that one ridiculous pick you don't deserve. So yeah, I don't know. I don't. It's something that I think they need to go back and look at because they don't want to give you animation you don't want to get, obviously. But if I'm over here holding triangle, at least let my guy jump in the air if the ball's thrown right over his head. Like, it's not to the point where it's unreasonable. Like, this dude literally ran one of those like comeback routes, and my guy was playing underneath, and the ball he didn't high pass, he just threw the ball. It was a terrible read. My guy didn't jump over here, pressing triangle. He wouldn't jump.
That's terrible.
But then you watched the game you played earlier on stream where the dude is splitting the difference between you and the receiver, and he just happens to catch it.
Yeah, you're right about inconsistent. And like, I've seen that happen where like you're standing next to a player and you don't get any animation. This is the most frustrating thing in Madden. Like, why isn't the animation triggering for me? I've got ball hawk on. I know that's not the issue. But other users are able to like hit that Y and then they jump to the sky to tickle Jesus's balls and then come back down with that interception. So it's kind of, I don't know, I guess frustrating. The inconsistency of this gameplay, and there's so many issues with gameplay right now, and that's just like part of it. It's weird. Like, last year we said we think Mutt let down gameplay. Do you feel that same way this year? I think we talked about it on the podcast before. I definitely think the gameplay is letting down Mutt this year. What do you think, Lemon?
Yeah, 100%. Gameplay is by far so frustrating. I remember, I think one weekend, like a few weekends ago, I got so mad at Weekend League, I just started sending Clint like a whole bunch of videos, like stuff in this game. It's just because it's like the whole point of MUT is like you're supposed to get a good team, and like they're theoretically supposed to play better and stuff. But when I have like my strong safety and he literally just stares at the ball, go like an inch away from his arm, and then like let the receiver catch it. And then, I don't know, and then like my users don't get lurks. It's like, why? It's like, why am I even trying to build a team at this point then? If like no matter who I have, they're just gonna like, they're just gonna have moments where they just do absolutely nothing. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they like just completely messed up the gameplay when they tried to go back to like not having like hard thresholds at like 91. I mean, I don't know what they did, but it's not good. It's really not good
for zone coverage, but. Yeah, we could talk all day about frustrating gameplay stuff, and really it deserves maybe its own podcast. Hopefully we can have Clint on here in the near future. We could talk about a lot of this stuff, but let's get on to MUT stuff, Team of the Week. Texas, what do you think about the very first, the preseason Team of the Week? What do you think about it? Are you disappointed there's no limited time cards?
I think we'll probably get some in the future because I guess this is preseason. Only card they probably could have gave us that would have been dope would have been Lamar Jackson. But I guess they want to break the game right now, giving us a 90 overall Lamar.
I mean, is he ever going to get another upgrade card, like maybe most feared?
He'll probably get a card because he's a rookie and he's fast, and EA can make a bunch of money off Vic 2.0. So he'll get a card eventually down the line.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It'd probably be they can just do Campus Hero like he was Louisville. Like they can easily make a promo around him that's gonna specifically get him a dope card. But with this promo, it's interesting. It's much better than last year's format because I'm glad I'm not pulling 70 overall Team of the Week golds. Thank you, EA, for that.
I'm glad they cut down that. Yeah, for sure.
That was so stupid last year. Animation for the pack is cool, and outside no limiters being in packs as of this week, the players they chose on offense is great defensively. Stop with Terrell Suggs, bro. Terrell Suggs must like have a best friend at EA. Like he keeps getting cars. He's ass every single time he gets a car. He's slow. He's not gonna do anything that other cards can't do. He's just an expensive ass defensive end.
You know, one thing I will say is one of my friends, he's had Terrell Suggs in the past, and especially last year, because when he started MUT for the first time last year, he started around the Ultimate Freeze promo, and so he picked Terrell Suggs. And I was playing MUT squads with him. I've never seen Terrell Suggs get so many pick sixes, so I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, I guess he's a coverage linebacker in this game. I don't know.
You say he plays above his stats?
You saying a guy that has? I mean, his stats are
I
good.
don't know, but I mean, he gets some picks. I don't know.
I mean, he's gonna get picks because everybody gets picks in this game. That's why I don't think putting tip drill or pick specialist makes sense on cards because everybody catches everything. But Terrell Suggs is like 75 speed. Like his stats are always great. It's just that you compare him to Jadeveon Clowney and just like why? Why do you exist? Why are you in the league? You're outdated. Like, yo, if you got Clowney, go compare Clowney to Suggs. It's not even close.
No, it really isn't. And it's kind of, are you talking Diamond Clowney?
Just Clowney in general.
Yeah.
Just like
regular 87.
Yeah.
Like he's basically defensive end. Like he can't cover. He's too slow for that, and he's basically a 3-4 defensive end with 74 speed. I guess you could put him on the edge, but like for an outside linebacker, yeah, that's pretty rough because if he ever does need to get out there, like a running back running like a dart route or like an arrow route to the sideline, man, he's gonna just outrun Suggs and he'll be just like helpless, right? So I agree, but I think but Suggs is a trait god, so it's kind of like, do traits matter? And if they do, Suggs has it. Like Suggs has it where a lot of other cards don't. So it's worth testing, worth putting on your team if you have a lot of dispendable coins to see how those traits play versus the stats.
I guess you could say that, but when it comes to just like testing of it, since this year they have the power up pass, you don't got to worry about actually buying the card to test them out anymore.
Oh, true.
You got to spend a little bit of the training, and you can be good to go. Because you have the 84 power up pass. So Suggs is interesting. You got to power pass him 3 times to get him to his 90, which is annoying. But if you just want to just try players out, it's going to be a good way to go about it. If you want to save coins and spend training.
Yeah, how much training does that cost to power up pass him to his full card?
Power Pass Suggs. I can go to Mudhead right now to find out, and y'all can go ahead and talk about something else.
All right, we'll talk about. Hey, Lemon, do you think a promo is coming to fight 2K later this week or for NFL opening day?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in general, just like with the pattern we haven't had a large enough pattern yet to really draw any conclusion, but I just think the fact Gatorade promo's ending either Thursday or Friday, they're going to come out with a new one. I think that's going to be the pattern for at least most of the year. And plus with the fact that 2K is coming, I think if they're not doing a promo, then they have to have some big legend up their sleeve, and they've already used Michael Vick. So I don't know who they could really bring out, like legend-wise, that would really get people as much as a whole new promo would. I mean, there you go, I guess.
Charles Woodson.
Jim Brown.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
We just got a cornerback. We just got a cornerback, didn't we?
99 Blake Bortles.
Yeah, Blake Bortles. Yeah, 99 Blake Bortles. Lol. Anyways, yeah, I they have to, right, Tex? Bring out some sort of promo?
I think so. By the way, Trail Suggs only costs 158 training to power up to a 90 if you have power up.
Wait, 158?
Yeah.
Dang, that's... I might have to do that. Well, I got to get to level 48 on my main account first.
So so you because you can use the power up pass at tier 1, tier 2, then tier 3, then tier 4. So you could try them out for that.
That's really cool. Our power up pass is like one of the best inventions in MUT this year.
Should have been the game last year. Thank you to me. But yeah.
Thank you to me. What does that mean?
I mean, I was like, how come I can't have a token to just so I can put into the set?
Texas, I know you're sick, but please don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
Bro, I'm telling you, right? They need to hire me, but they don't. I don't want to work. I'm not moving to Orlando though. Like I could be a consultant.
Yeah, the issue with MUT is not the lack of ideas; it's the lack of execution.
Dog, this is so easy. I could have been like, all right, so
coding is not easy.
Not coding, just putting a power pass in the game could have been done last year.
Yeah, that's not a bad point.
It's not like they had to code something new.
Yeah, but then how are they going to market Madden 19?
What's that, Lemon?
Huh?
I said, well, then how would they have marketed 19? Yeah, you can't speak.
It's all good. It's all good. I said, I don't know. I just said that. I don't know what I said. I was just like making noises.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, if they would have done that last year, though, then they wouldn't have been able to market 19.
That's true.
Really. So,
also,
gotta have something new.
There was no power down set, so you would have been committed to that card, but we all were committed last year to power up, so who cares?
Wait. What's this we?
You powered up Le'Veon Bell. I don't want to hear it.
I do things to experiment for our YouTube channel. It's like
powered up Bell and then didn't follow through with your commitment. I'm disgusted at you.
Okay, I powered up Bell, and then it taught me a lesson on how bad they were. I tried to warn others, and all of a sudden I'm a bad guy.
But then you warned them not to do it, and they got free golden tickets at the end.
That's not a bad point. They did get a free golden ticket. The EA is just bailing out these bad decisions over and over. I don't know why. I don't even know why I make content about what are smart things you should do. Like EA just bails out whatever.
Yeah, just bail
I'm over it. Yeah.
Click that easy button. Make it happen.
I've done more power-ups this year, Texas. You'll see that? I did one today. I did Tyreek Hill today.
Look at that. I'm happy at. I'm happy. You gonna keep him?
Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him. I freaking put Playmaker on him. He's on my team long term.
All right. Go ahead and add Sprinter then. Go ahead and add Sprinter if he's long term.
There's no way I'm adding Sprinter right now because there's nobody else on this team that's long term. Like this, what other card would I have Sprinter on?
Shazier. That's 3 right there, and Shazier and him. So you need to find 7 more players.
7 more. I got an NAT Rod Woodson. Maybe he gets. Can he get Sprinter even?
Okay.
I don't even know.
He probably can.
Let me check.
I don't know if they can get.
Give me a second.
If you can go ahead and do Shazier with Tyreek Hill and then Rod Woodson.
He gets Sprinter.
Yep, and then that's 7. No, that's 4.
Wait, why are we stopping at 10? Why don't I go with 30 players?
Because that's 20 fucking players.
See, you have a break point. You have a break point, Texas.
That's too many. That's 30,000. That's 2.4 million coins.
Yeah, that's 2.4 chump change, right?
Bro, I wish.
Ballers.
Like, I mean, I miss John Madden. Like, John Madden could alleviate all of it. Not John Madden's ass this year.
You could still sell them for a good amount of coins. But yeah, you're right. I mean,
you can.
I think
those speed boosts on them, though, bro. Just like, what?
Did they? Can when you confirm this? They confirm they're going to increase them every season, right? Or is that just Savage saying that? Lemon, you know?
They're probably going to, but maybe my guess is they're going to. It's expensive as it is already to increase them. I don't know if that's worth it because I think you can get a +3 to everything right now, right? With John Madden. Is that how it goes?
Wait, +3 speed? There's no speed boost on Madden.
No. +3 to everything but speed, I want to say.
Oh.
I could be wrong. I don't know what this card does. I should probably watch the videos of what John Madden
points?
does.
Wait, what's that?
Does it cost training points to like add chemistries and stuff?
Yeah.
To John Madden?
I think it's like 2,500. Like,
jeez.
I think it's like dumb expensive for him.
Yeah. Here's what it is. All right. So, moving on. Hey, just an FYI, EA's doing an official stream Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern for like their GoFundMe. It's their official stream for the Jacksonville thing. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'll probably be hosting it. I don't know if they'll do. I think I'll be streaming before it and then host them, unless they're going to do content, and then it'll be that night, like because of opening day on NFL. Then I'll stream late. But I guess this is hashtag self promotion corner. Texas, are you streaming Thursday at all or anything?
Thursday, I'm gonna be Is EA streaming on Thursday? So I'm not gonna stream.
Yeah. Okay. Lemon, do you have anything to self promote?
No.
Okay. We'll check out Lemon's Twitter. He's got a good Twitter.
I got good tweets.
Get them tweets on tap.
Great tweets.
Hey, I'm
doing
Texas,
numbers and
somebody came to you.
math. What's up?
Somebody came to you and said power up's a good investment. What do you think?
This is kind of interesting because like they can be, but they also can come back to bite you. So the reason why he came to me with this is because Tyreek Hill today went up to 70K. He was at like 120 early, but he sold like 70,000 coins, which is a lot considering that he was like, I think when the game first came out, like 20K, which is like on par for a power up. And then he went up to like 30K, and then I made a video, it went to like 50, then went back down to like 30. So his price kept going back and forth, but he never like broke a crazy amount. But because they dropped his team of the week today, his power up jumped up in price. But it wasn't just his power up. Terrell Suggs' power up initially went up as well. Went from going from 1,000 coins. Like you'll pull Terrell Suggs' power up out of an exchange pack from low tier service to high tier, or the get a player pack, and you were just mad because only 1,000 coins. He went up to like 7K today for like 3 hours. He came back down obviously, but Tyreek is still staying where he is because he's more coveted than the Suggs. And so it seems like if you know players that people want to get and you invest in their power-ups, you can make a pretty penny when they drop content that requires those players.
I agree. The problem is you're going to be holding it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I said as much about Market Monday. If you think a card's going to get one in an up-and-coming promo, I mean, it's not terrible because of how cheap they really end up going for it. Like, they go for 1K, and then, like you say, the Suggs goes up. But I can't say it's bad. Like, I think it's a fine, because investments are tough and they are hit and miss, and like they're not gonna go down. They're only going for like 1,000 coins. Like, how much further down can they go? It's only up, and then you sell them that day, they go up.
Mm-hmm. And they're never gonna go below a certain amount. Like, you can buy it for 1,000 coins and sell it for 1,000. So you lose 100 coins to tax if it doesn't go up.
And that's like nothing. That's easy.
Yeah, like, it's not a terrible investment just because of the fact that they're price capped. I love that. Also, with certain cards having diamonds and stuff like that, we could pretty much probably make some smart investment choices. Because we know Odell Beckham's not going to get if he has like 5 touchdowns in week 1, he'll probably get limited time, obviously.
Yeah.
But like if he just has like an average day, he already has a 90 overall item. Like, I mean, the best he can get is a 91 at that point.
Bunch of plus
so
ones,
yeah. So like EA's probably not going to do an Odell Beckham, but a guy like I'm trying to think of a player.
Antonio Brown.
Patrick Peterson. That'll work.
Okay.
Oh, hopefully. I got 3 of his cards.
Like a Patrick Peterson gets like a 91. That'll be a good investment. Antonio Brown's kind of interesting because he's slow. But if his next upgrade has speed, then potentially might be a nice guy to get.
Like, we've seen how stingy EA is with speed with Tyreek. Did they just want to break the game? Is that why they gave him only +1 speed, even though he went up, 8 or something crazy? 7?
It went up only, 6?
6.
They justified not giving a speed increase or 5 if you have the power up just because they increased his catching stats.
Yeah.
So I don't think the game's going to be broken because, like, even though you have all that speed, they still don't run by guys.
But, like, would they have Antonio Brown, would they actually give him speed on his next upgrade? Because you're right. They generally don't, like, get very kind on speed.
Yeah, he's a 90 right now, so if he gets a 92, it'd be like 86 speed. Like his 91 at probably
disgusting.
85 speed. It's not fast at all. So he just on par with like a lot of the receivers we have over here. So you got to look for cards with speed, probably cards on defense with like hot block shit, or like big names like Pat Pete who have like good speed at cornerback. Like you could probably make a video about this, Fox, about the best power ups to invest in.
Well, it's not a bad one. I guess that investment kind of hits my corner, but the power ups are totally your thing this year.
I mean, it's enough for a go around for everybody. Enough meat to
That's
chew
true.
on for everybody.
We can all eat.
Texas, if you're
Yeah.
if you're gonna
Plus,
make a video. Oh, sorry.
Right? No,
I
you
was
got
just
it.
gonna say, if you're gonna make a video, can you come in my DMs first? Because every time you talk about a power up, they go up like 900%. So like, if you're just gonna do that, can you let me know first?
No, I don't even
Also,
know that I
please-
had that much power. I felt so bad. I'm like, yo, pick up this Landon Collins. Everybody's like, he's 30K. I'm like, wait, what did I do? He was like 200. He was like, I bought him on video for like less than like 5K,
And then
and now he's 30.
wow.
I'm sorry.
You have a lot of influence, Texas. How does that feel?
I don't mean people listen to me. I'm astonished by that. Like I don't even know what I'm talking about. Why y'all listen to me? I just be saying stuff on video and edit and throw it up. Like I'm crazy. I talk to myself for a living. Like y'all should listen to me. I'm a nut. I should be in a mental institution.
Oh, you're too humble, Tex. You've got years of experience and knowledge on this game. People value that kind of insight. You know, whether they've come back where they are an every year player. Like there's so much to do in MUT. There's so much you overlook. To hear a perspective on that for something that's like looking deep into certain aspects and like the whole game. Like maybe they've kind of overlooked it themselves. I mean, that's pretty damn valuable knowledge that you're saying right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Lemon, this is for you and like a general question about like kind of like as content creators, we like varied content and stuff. So the power ups this year are great. Like, do you think the power ups was it a good thing added to the game this year, or would you have liked to seen it done differently?
No, I honestly, and I'm actually happy you asked me this question because I love the training system, like the way the power up works this year. For me, I think it's a win-win no matter what because it allows like the very top level people in the game who have like a ton of coins and a ton of money to spend, they can get even better versions of these players. And I've already seen like things on Twitter of like people getting, I think like Earl Thomas, like 98 zone or something ridiculous like that. So that option is there for those kind of people. But then also, like, let's say like your favorite player in the league is Jalen Ramsey, right? But you don't have 400K at launch to spend on a Ramsey, but you really want Ramsey. Well, you can still power him up with training points and get him up to like an 85 or an 87, I think it is, without needing his item. So I think it's something that, just kind of allows like you to kind of customize your team any way you want and not really be restricted on what players you can have. I mean, except for obviously like the ones who don't have power-ups, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's a really good thing. I don't think they could have done it any better, really, except maybe just make some of the chemistries like less expensive because Sprinter for 1,000 training points is a little ridiculous, I think. But
I see that. I don't think Sprinter's terrible because it's clearly fucking OP. And training points are just going to get cheaper as the year goes along because as we get higher overall cards, those lower overall cards go less. So training will cost less as the year goes on. So I think Sprinter will be more widespread when we hit like January, February, March, when like the 91, 92s are pretty common. So I don't have an issue with Sprinter cost right now. I obviously, like me and Tess were just talking earlier, it costs an arm and a leg to get it. So it'll change going forward. It's interesting. So power-ups are great. What do you think's the worst addition to MUT? Not Madden, not the gameplay, MUT. Is there anything that you'd want changed?
Ooh, a worst addition.
Or worst?
I'm gonna slide this
carryover?
one to Texas, and I'll think about this one. I'll think about this one real quick.
Okay.
The worst addition so far to this Madden Ultimate team. Trying to think because like some things I don't like about this game, but it's stuff that I didn't like about it last year. So like with chemistries, I still don't like how they give us a bunch of choices to what we can choose for like our team chems, our chemistries, our scheme chems, and whatever our abilities. But I still can't choose what 3 chemistries I want to like boost on my team.
Wait, what?
So like they lock you into like lockdown, which is man in zone. They lock you into run stuff, which is like block shit and impact block. Like I want more choices to where I can just do like it give you. I think it's +3 to 4 different chemistries, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I would sacrifice one of those if they gave me a +3 to 3 chemistries, so I can customize my player to how I want him to play.
So it's
because like if I play a lot of zone, I don't want man coverage of my cornerbacks. Is why. If I for Clowney, for example, I want to just do impact block. I want to do block shed, and I want to do power move. I don't want to do whatever. What else does run stuff do? Hold on. Oh, here, what's the other thing run stuff does that's kind of irrelevant that I don't really care for? Let me check real quick.
Does it do strength or not?
I think if it does strength, really, let me see. It does run stuff, does hit power, and then tackling. I don't want tackling.
It's not bad. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The other stuff could be better, but
yeah, like so, like if I could just like customize to where the three things that I want, I'd be good. Because I hate having because like power move and then run stuff, and you're just like I wish I can just like combine those and I can just take off, just pick 3 that I wanted. Just pick the 3 stats that I'm more important with, because I just feel like it's just kind of weird that they lock you into this, because there's some benefits to all of them, obviously. But I want more customization. I want more control of my player. I want more. They gave me a taste. I want more. But that's just kind of nitpicking, though. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I don't like about this year, besides the heavyweight packs always giving me a Akeem Hicks and a Russell McComb and the 87s. Like,
Yeah.
it's so annoying. Yeah, so far I can't really think of anything too negative besides solo battles cheating. I guess we could talk about that.
Yeah.
How they cheat in that damn mode. Like, yo, why does my Tyreek Hill not able to outrun a 70-speed cornerback?
Do you think solo battles was a positive addition to the game?
Oh, definitely, because of the coins you can make. I think the solo battle stress isn't for people that aren't good at playing solo challenges, but if you're good at solos and you can out-cheat the CPU, you can make a ton of coins. But for those that aren't actually good at it, because a lot of people actually lose. And if you win all your games, you could easily qualify for the elite tier, or ultimate tier, and get like 125K a week. But a lot of people actually lose, and they don't actually get those coins.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Play no more.
Texas, do you think you could win solo battles with the use of only 3 buttons?
Could I win with the use only 3 buttons?
Yeah. You get to choose which 3.
No.
In the thumbstick. So I think there's a potential I could win solo battles with 3 buttons.
So you're going with you can't throw the ball then on offense then.
What are you talking about? It literally just
you have
fake
X
screen
to hike
wheel.
the ball.
Yeah.
You have X to hike the ball.
Yeah, A.
A, and then
X or A, and then the
you
left.
You can't run hurry up.
Who wants to run hurry up?
See, you don't know the cheese. That's why.
Just because you got the special glitch to get 25,000 per doesn't mean you can't win without it.
No, you can win without it, but like you want to get the highest points to get the most.
Like
rewards.
what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, solo battles. I agree was a very good addition to the game.
What button would you choose though? Because like I'm confused.
I would choose my left joystick, of course. I would choose A, and then I guess right trigger. Just throw.
Sprint.
Would it be A or X? Or
what
B?
you do? This is what I learned. This is advice to anybody out there.
I give up right trigger.
Don't click on when you throw the ball to the receiver. Just let him run. Don't click on. Let him catch the ball and run himself. He doesn't have to. You don't got to press right trigger the entire time.
There it is. So I'll take left thumbstick, A, and I think it's X or B, and I could win solo battles.
Well, you have to have X. You won't hike the ball if you don't pick X.
Well, I guess
you're on Xbox, right?
Yeah, X would be A. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, I got you. Like, you're not hiking the ball. What's going on here? Am I missing something? You don't get all pick sixes?
But yeah, because then I just use A to pass rush on my D line, call it cover 4 drop or man blitz. But yeah, I think you win. Anyways, I'm just saying solo battles. It's great, but isn't it kind of repetitive?
I mean, I think
it's... Okay, go ahead, Lemon. You said
okay, sorry. I was just going to say, like, I think it is a little bit repetitive, but I just think I still think it's something that's really fun to play. I think it's the perfect idea because last year, one of my main complaints was, like, there was really nothing to do, like, during the week, especially because we really had no weekly content either. So, like, all this emphasis was on, like, getting on during the weekend and playing Weekend League. But now it's like, okay, you can log on, Monday, Tuesday, play a couple games, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and then, the weekend. And, I mean, for what it is, like, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit repetitive, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me that much because you basically get like 100K if you can win, like 125K or whatever, if you just win all of your games or most of them. So, I mean, And it's kind of fun in a sense because you're trying to constantly improve your score and like compete against others. It's not like you're just doing journey solos, like running the ball on chew clock and just like, oh my gosh, like there's a little bit more fun to it, I guess.
I get you. So it seems like I've heard a lot of people like solo battles. Texas, you like them. Lemon likes them. I've heard from other people. I haven't taken like a census, but let me formally withdraw my complaint about solo battles being repetitive because people don't seem to care, and it seems like people really care about the rewards, which are really nice. So I will formally take back my solo battles gonna be repetitive and boring. I know I said it's gonna be by December, but it seems like we're in September. I think it might be too early to pull it back, but I'm just gonna formally withdraw that complaint. I think solo battles was a success this year. Good job, Mutt team.
It just matters on how frequently they update the rewards, which I'm hoping. One of the things it seems like that Madden is going to do this year, which is really nice, is it already seems like we kind of know like when new series stuff is coming out, like series tokens and all that stuff. I would kind of imagine that like when we get a new series, like a new season and head-to-head or whatever you want to call it, I guess, we would get new rewards as well. So as long as they keep that regular and like keep it up to date.
Good right now. What new rewards do you want?
Well, I'm not saying like I'm not saying like anything new or spectacular, but just like to keep up because generally like as the year goes on, you kind of want to get like a little bit more coins or like a little bit better players in your touchdown packs because if we're looking at June, if I can choose between 75K or still only an 82 or better, I'm 100% taking the 75K versus if you made the pack slightly better, you know.
I think that's a given.
Yeah.
But like
so
so solo battles, I know they took it from FIFA, so it was a proven idea. Hopefully, like I always give the Mutt team crap for not innovating and just stealing from their teams too. But I think this was a good steal. Would you agree, Texas? You think this is a good steal, or would there be something else solo wise that you'd rather have?
This is a really good steal for those that don't want to spend money because like it's a nice option for them to actually just build their team and get coins that way. So I think anything that is good for the no money spent crowd is a good thing, even if they did steal it from FIFA and did innovate themselves. I'll take it though because it's gonna be easy content for them all year because it's automated. So the only thing they gotta do is just update the teams. Which again, remember we talked about with Eric Rayweather that they have to get things approved by the NFL to be put into the game.
Yeah,
that's not true.
Why not?
Because these players are getting it put into the game.
Who?
Like there's gamer tags and teams. They're teams, and they got Kados in the game the other week as a team.
You don't think that
was it?
Why wouldn't
that
be
quick, bro?
Why don't you think that'd be approved?
That was quick. It said it takes forever to get approved. So like,
dude, it took me. They took my team from August 1st and put it in the game like on the 21st. It took 20 days to put my team in the game.
Okay, so that's not that bad. Ain't that long. 20 days is fine. They can do a lot of stuff in 20 days. They can videos up on YouTube.
You literally, when the Eric Rayweather podcast was on, you said I'll get it done the next day.
I will, but 20 days. Y'all made it seem like it'll take a year for it to be done.
For like a hard approval, like for something that's like an actual decision rather than just like, hey, we put these. I don't think that they go to the NFL for each minor things like solo battle teams. I think there's a threshold they have to go through. But like, it varies. Like the differences between what they have to go for in like solo battle teams and teams from the community. I'm sure they cleared that they're going to teams from the community through the NFL, but not like each individual team. Like they're not going to go and say, hey, does this team look okay to put in the game? That's not going to go to the NFL, but the fact that solo battles in the game are. But like, is it weird? Not to change the subject too much. That they're putting in like coin, like is that EA's like, is that a slight threat that they're putting in coin sellers gamer tags? Like they did Ryan Wheels, like YouTubers that have coin sellers. Like, is that like we know you, we know who you are type of threat text?
No, that's just the automated system.
There's no way. There's no way I got picked randomly. There's no way Healy got picked randomly. There's no way those two got picked randomly. There's no way all the YouTubers got picked randomly or content creators.
Yeah, the thousands that play. There's no way.
There's hundreds of thousands of teams out there.
I placed top 10. I didn't get picked. Just saying.
Hundreds. I've never placed in Mutt Draft or in solo battles. And
I placed top 10 during like the first week of it because on PS4 everybody else had it, and I didn't get picked, but Ryan did.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I think it's not random. There's no way this is random.
Okay, Conspiracy Fox over here.
I don't even have to put on my tinfoil hat. This is totally like EA being like, hey, we know your gamer tags. Watch your shit.
All right.
That'd be a very interesting tactic.
Some, like, passive-aggressive threat.
I 100% agree. I 100% think it is. What do you think, Lemon?
I mean, I think especially out of like all the thousands of teams that like play MUT, that
Hundreds
like
of
all
thousands.
these very specific, and not just YouTubers, like these very specific ones, like as well. I think it's definitely selected, but I don't know if it's necessarily like to say we know who you are. I think it might just be they're taking big names from the community, so people are like, oh, I'm playing against K's team, like, oh, hi K, I beat you 63-0, haha. I mean, I think it's just more as like as Krayla would like to call it, I guess, like a community engagement tool thing or something. Like just they might go through every week and have like one or two YouTubers or like big names selected or something that just like the community knows. So like there's a little bit of enjoyment in it. I don't know. I don't think it's like we know who you are.
That's weird that they'd want to promote then content creators with coin sellers then, right?
Yeah, but don't they really not like care anymore though? As long as like the big guys up top, like I mean, the big guys up top don't have a clue, so like that's all that really matters, unless they find out.
That's true, but like I wouldn't want to risk my job over that. Well, I don't know. You're right. Maybe EA's kind of whatever. Don't ask, don't tell. It's the same thing with like the competitive thing. Like, hey, nobody told us your boy Savage had a coin sponsor. We didn't know. We were supposed to ban him from competition. But anyways, I guess it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's go on to MUT leaks. So Texas, I'll have to go look at the tweet, but he said on Twitter he's got a bot to pull an auto buy a player for buying silver player packs for Xbox One. He's got a script basically.
All right.
He put it out. Are you going to install this on Xbox One for to buy a 500 player, get it going?
Yes. So I can just go to bed and wake up with a bunch of silvers and make tokens.
Texas.
Or power-ups to sell. What's up?
Similar question. Do you think you're going to get banned, and when are you going to get banned?
That's a good point. I don't know. Maybe never, because they aren't going to know.
Yeah, so EA can definitely tell. Like, if a bot is put out, and is put out to the public, that's gonna get forwarded to EA so fast. Do you know the amount of the amount of game changers in the community, especially ones that follow MUT leaks, like that's being sent. Like EA can read code, they can read what the inputs are, then they just track each person that puts these inputs into their computer, into their system for an extended period of time, for like 8 hours at a time, and then they'll be like, all right, you're banned, you're botting. Like I could see terms of service violations. Like I think I've been putting out a lot of glitches on my channel, and some of these glitches could get you banned. Like what's the closest one that could get you banned? Probably, I think the only one that would really get you banned so far is potentially the MUT Squads glitch, is by going into MUT Squads and then leaving to get the experience. But like for a bot, like companies take bots super seriously. Like we've seen EA banned for like people doing sets that they weren't supposed to do. I got banned a few years ago for doing that upgrade set where you could put bronze and get elites. So like they've banned before for things like that. For a bot, like this shit is easy terms of service banning. And I would say if something as stupid as silver tokens, you don't want to risk an account getting banned over silver tokens.
Yeah, and I think EA already. I mean, if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure the EA guys, like, they know the MUTLeaks account. I'm sure a couple of them are like incognito, like following that account. So I'm pretty sure they know like that script's coming, so they're probably prepared for it, I would imagine, or preparing for it, and then they'll probably just be ready to ban people. I don't know. I would imagine. I'm shocked, to be quite honest. I'm kind of shocked the MUTLeaks guy. I mean, I guess it would take a lot of work for them to like identify him, and they probably just don't care enough, but I'm shocked he hasn't actually gotten into trouble yet for like leaking stuff like into the code.
Yeah, I mean, like,
because some companies are like definitely don't want that.
Like,
yeah.
Like everything that like he's leaking, it's similar to the leaks before. It's just like some of it's on a public facing website. Other ones, like it's just looking at the code, and it's not even like code. It's like titles to the code that he's looking at. So like it's a lot of what he's leaking is kind of like reading the title to a chapter and saying this is what's in that chapter. Now, it's probably right in a lot of senses, but I'm sure there's some inaccuracies there. And with with a bot though, like I've in other games, almost every other game I've played has had bot problems. They do wave bans. Like they'll ban everybody at once. Like you won't see it coming. Then they'll ban everybody at once. So it's just I highly suggest, and you guys know me. I'm always about, take advantage when you can for like these glitches. But do not take advantage of a bot because you will get banned. I'm kind of more like, here it is. Go ahead, do it if you want. It's America. Take advantage of this. Like that's why I put glitches up on YouTube like fake screen wheel. Go ahead, run fake screen wheel. It's a glitch in the problem. I won't run it. I'll run it occasionally. Actually, no, what am I talking about? I'll run fake screen wheel. I don't care. I'm trying to make the distinction. I'm really trying to draw a line between a bot and the other glitches that I show. I'm really having a hard time. Like,
well,
what?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. I was just gonna say that I guess the major difference though between you and like the bot is number one, your glitches are not like an automated system that like the player doesn't even have to do anything. I mean, the player still has to be there to like run these like glitch plays or whatever. And also, I think the biggest thing is you show the counter. So if anybody like cares enough, like who actually like wants to put in the effort to watch like an extra 1 minute of a YouTube video to figure out how to stop the play too, so they don't get ran over with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like that's all they have to do, and then they know. Which, by the way, I actually won a Super Bowl running fake screen wheel. So thank you for that. I was down 23-0 in the second quarter. This guy was running cheese blitzes. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'll try fake screen wheel. He had no idea how to stop fake screen wheel. I ran it the entire second half, just no huddle, fake screen wheel the whole time, and I came back and won by a field goal.
Congrats, man. Yeah, you got it. That's cheesy game. And like even like the Mutt Squads glitch, like I've seen some community members, like a lot of people like it, some people dislike it because some people like playing Mutt Squad solos with other players, and I could see it kind of like the thing is like sometimes you get people leaving, sometimes you get people that stay, and like if everybody always left, nobody would get any experience. So there's a lot of people that stay. I could see that the people that argument about Mutt Squads, like quote unquote, people told me I ruined it, but there's still a lot of people out there playing Mutt Squads, and then the other people that like to play 2-person Mutt Squads, you now have your wish. Like people just quit, and you are able to play with your buddy together, and you won't need that third person to screw up routes and stuff. So it's kind of a give and take on the Mutt Squads glitch, but I think the Mutt Squads glitch is probably the closest I've gotten for glitches this year to like a bot. But it's still there's positive negatives to that, and the bot is great, but the negative is so bad, like getting banned. It's just such a risk. Like Texas, I really do what you want. Of course, it's America. I guess in the end, I don't care that much. But it's my recommendation that you do not use a bot on your Xbox account, especially one as public as that.
Speaking on like the Mutt Squads challenges, you asked me earlier what the worst feature added to this year was. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought about. Yeah, because I think it was just a waste of time. I mean, to me, they're really boring. I never play them. The only reason why I think you would play them is either to glitch it to get XP when you're not even playing. You're just joining and then leaving. And then the only other reason would be to get series tokens, but still, like, I don't really feel like playing in a full-length, like, Mutt Squads game against the computer to get like head-to-head tokens. I don't know. I just think it's really boring. I think they could have used the time to add in like Mutt Squads play a friend, or like make you be able to do like 2v2s or something instead of wasting it on this. I mean, the coins you get aren't crazy. I mean, it's literally just like seasons tokens. That's like the only draw, and the XP glitch. That's it. I mean, once that goes away, I don't know.
Yeah, and they've patched the XP glitch a little bit by not allowing you to go. If you've been quitting a lot of Mutt Squads games, they won't allow you. To go back into it after a certain cooldown period. So I don't know. Interesting. I would say I don't hate the addition. The thing is, like, the worst part of Madden is long shot. So like, I don't consider any time they spent on Mutt wasted. I consider what they spent on long shot wasted. Like, anytime you put time into your main mode and give us more card stuff, dude, sign me up. but
here for that as well,
dude. Long shot. Like here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if EA put time into making more like a card game, into this game. I wouldn't mind that at all. Or like something to do with their cards besides for just playing a game. You know what I mean? Like, you know how we have like the wheel up hacks and stuff, the gambling stuff. Like more, I wouldn't mind we had more stuff like that in the game, in the actual mode of MUT. Like obviously the gameplay needs to be solid, and that's a needed every year. But what do you guys think? Would you guys be down? Like I think me and Texas have talked about this before in the past, but like. Lemon, would you be down for like something that they add to the game that's not necessarily gameplay to use your cards for?
Yeah, I would love that. I think that'd be something that'd be really fun, like especially like late at night, or maybe like if you're just bored, you want to take a break from Weekend League, but maybe you don't want to grind solos, and you just kind of want to do something relaxing, but you still want to play MUT. I think that would be something that would be really fun. I think the only reason why maybe EA just hasn't gone about doing it is number one, they might be scared that whatever they implement is just going to be too easy to like get coins, and then if they don't reward anything for it, then people are just going to say there's no point in playing it, and then if they don't reward enough, people are going to say there's no point, and then also people could just like, I don't know, like for example, I think one thing you mentioned one time was like having like a game of war with your cards. I could see people like actually getting like really frustrated with that. Like if you had to play the CPU in that, and EA would just give them like all 99 overall cards, like people like how they are with solo battles, like people would just be like, this is just rigged. Like especially if you're like betting coins and then losing because they just gave the CPU the best deck. And then like if you're playing your friend, I mean that's just like purely 100% pay to win. If you'd like play a game of war with but
yeah, there'd have to be some sort of salary cap on it for something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But that concept in general, though, like more just like little like fun mini games to do, that'd be really fun.
Yeah, because we've seen a lot of games become like big, like like you said, we talked about this podcast before. Like The Witcher has its own card game in it. What's that one racing game had a space shooter in it, just a random mini game. So it adds more depth to the mode, more things to do with the cards actually enter binary rather than just like sit at them. And sometimes I've seen this feedback a ton on the MUT sub. Like they're like, I love looking at my roster, improving my roster. Then like I go into online play and I'm like, oh, this again. Here another game of split close. What is my guy gonna do any different here? Like last year with the 91 zone, like what's my guy gonna do any different here? But like actually being able to like use it in a separate mode besides for just solos and head-to-head split close, or trips tight end, or what's the other? It doesn't matter. So besides for just doing those couple things, I honestly would like it. Tex, any thoughts?
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to get freshen the game up with some new modes like that. So yeah, I could suggest some good ideas there. I just don't know if they want to spend the time on that since they like wasting it on long shot.
Yeah, hopefully
long shot 3.
I'm really praying long shot's gone next year. Anyways, yeah, did we talk about solo battles cheating, Tex?
We talked about it a little bit. We didn't really like get into in depth with.
All right, do you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it?
So solo battles and cheating. Yeah. So if you guys got any clips of solo battles cheating, just send them to me on Twitter or on just lob me a link. It seems so. Obviously, we knew this. My man Clicky put out a video discussing like what they do, and so usually in a standard head-to-head game, what is it, like 50-50? That's how your teams play. They play basically the same, but in the solo battles, your team plays. The CPU plays at 50. Your team's playing at 10%.
Yeah.
So what is that?
So the sliders turn down. Yeah.
Yeah. So the sliders for your team is down basically. I don't know what math that equates to, but is it like 90%?
I don't.
If it normally is at 50, but you're at 10. They're like 90%. They're playing 90% worse essentially. If the math works out that way. No,
I don't think the math works that way, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it'd be like 20%. Yeah. I mean that's kind of just how difficulties work. Like all Madden difficulty, all pro difficulty is both you and the computer at the same intelligent levels. But like all Madden's always been. Whenever I check out the settings in the past, I haven't done it this year or last year. But like in the past, when I used to be more into CFM and looked at this stuff, when you move it up to all Madden, the CPU sliders always went up to 75, and yours went down to 25. So like your guys weren't playing like they should. Like they just mess with the sliders because they can't design an intelligent AI enough for all Madden. Like the AI is the same at all Pro and all Madden. They cheat a little bit more. I think they actually know your play call at all Madden. I think they implemented that in recent years. Like there for a while there was like 15 or something. They say get to the line of scrimmage, then audible, so that the CPU doesn't know your play or something like that. So because that way they won't like pass commit or something. I don't know. Anyways, but I think that the game always has cheated on all Madden, but it's just gotten even worse with solo battles. They made it like an all Madden, right?
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's like all Madden. It's just all levels of just cheating. I don't know what difficulties you would say, because this is something that's worse than all Madden, because like even in all Madden they play ridiculous, but they don't double coverage your main guy on a route. Like this is like artificial intelligence types of like scummetry that they're doing. If you throw to the post route enough, they'll double coverage it. They'll have a linebacker underneath it.
That's because
they'll be out here in cover 2.
I know.
Or no, cover 2 man. What's up?
It's because it's always been like this. You cannot call the same play more than once in a row against all Madden. They know your play the second time you call it.
Well, they always know your play though, because whenever I come out in like a goal line and to run the ball, they have like goal line defense. When I come out in 5 wide, they come out in match formation. They know what play you're running in general. It's just this one, they fly around so much faster that the play that should be open isn't. So you got to figure out ways you can cheat the CPU.
Just go between. Well, you run one play every single time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody runs run play on offense and on defense.
True. Man blitzes, and I use fake screen wheel. You use a more whatever concept. I don't want to say
more advanced concept.
You don't want to say your system now. But all right, Lemon, what do you think? Do you think solo battles cheat more than regular all Madden?
Well, see, I don't play like normal on Madden too much, so I can't really like say as compared. But just like in general, yeah, the CPU definitely cheats. But it kind of makes me think, because a lot of people are still like blowing out the CPU and just completely destroying them, and it kind of makes me think like how solo battles would have been this year if there somehow wasn't 1 or 2 glitch plays that we knew that we could run, and we had to just run like actually like basic plays and not just run like fake screen wheel or PA crossers or Texas's mystery concept the whole time, right? But yeah, they definitely do cheat. I saw a clip on Twitter. It was like this guy forced a fumble on defense, and right when his player went to pick it up, he teleported to the other side of the field, and then so the offense picked it up. And I was just like, yep, that's solo battles right there. That's solo battles.
That is what happens.
But they can't kick field goals. That's the one thing I don't get. They can do all this other crazy stuff, but I feel like if they line up for like a field goal past like the 35-yard line, there's like a really big chance that they actually miss it. So that part I don't get. Did they forget to like turn up the field goal sliders? Like I don't know. I mean, that might just be me, but I've noticed they miss a lot of field goals, unless it's in the fourth quarter. But
yeah, I haven't really done enough to see that field goal missing. But that's kind of hilarious. All right, so let's go to last week's podcast and the questions from it, and then we'll answer them. If you guys want your questions answered next week, leave them in the YouTube video. Comment section below, and we'll get to them. But basically, this one was sent to us on Twitter, actually, right before the pod, so it was great timing. Hey, this Trill Faustus, I think is how you say it. On the next podcast, can you Texas Boy discuss the rift between our Madden and our MUT communities right now? Seems like the Sim and CFM players are pretty pissed with this game while MUT heads are eating it up. Now, here's so Madden and, I don't know about a rift, but there's just like the R Madden. So Reddit, the Madden community, which is more like CFM and regular gameplay, and the MUT community. So the MUT community, generally it's a more positive community because we enjoy MUT because of what the MUT people have done for us over the years. And I mean, we wander from that line of liking the game into like hating the game. But at least at the start here, we like the game. We've liked it for a month now. And our Madden community hates it. And it's the same shit I do every year. And I say this, franchise mode sucks. And they put these minor adjustments in, call it game changing. And then when I call a spade, and you see all these other videos from other, I'll say, people, because they are people, they're not foxes like me. When you see these videos from other people that say, oh, franchise mode's amazing this year, go ahead and grab it, download it, you're going to love franchise mode, the improvements, the blank, blank, blank. I'm like, this improvement is shit. That improvement is shit. That's nothing. And then I get crap in my comment section, oh, they overhauled it this year. And then they're wrong, because now our Madden community, which plays CFM, they hate it. The reason they hate it so much is because they're so focused on CFM and gameplay. Like I said, MUT is bailing the shit out of gameplay right now for us. Like, the amount of people that hate the gameplay is overwhelming. Like, the gameplay, if you're coding gameplay at EA right now, like, it's probably tough to look at yourself in the mirror because it's really bad this year with some of the glitches, with some of the issues that we've seen in the game. So the fact that the Madden community is upset is totally understandable because CFM crap, gameplay crap, whereas MUT is actually pretty good. Like, I don't know, do they just put all the good players, good developers or whatever this year on the MUT team when they move to 19 that actually keeps us entertained? Now, maybe this tune will change in 6 months and we'll talk about how stale MUT is because they stopped putting out good content, but at least the changes this year has kept people engaged with it. Even though obviously there's some downsides, you lose a lot of coins with training, and the ability stuff, and those are expensive. So when you're trying to change cards, so there's not. I mean, it ain't all puppies and blowjobs here in MUT, but at least it's better than CFM. So the rift is CFM shit, MUT pretty good this year, and MUT's keeping us attached to the game while the gameplay isn't. So that's the rift. And Texas, what do you think about this rift between the two sides of the community, the CFM and the MUT?
Honestly, I didn't know it was a rift because I thought that they were happy with CFM. Because remember when I was talking about in the podcast, I was like, they didn't do anything to upgrade this, and I think you and Bingo were like, they proved some stuff.
Bullshit! I never said that.
I'm pretty sure you and Bingo were both pooping on me when I was talking about who cares about the coach in the background.
No, stop it.
Doing that.
Stop.
Like
that's slander.
Time.
I will see you in court.
Time. I'm pretty sure y'all were pooping on me for saying they didn't really do much to upgrade it.
I think what I said was probably they did this, but no. Even Bengal came on the podcast and said how so Bengal put out videos on CFM, and I'd have to go back and look at his videos. But even he came on the podcast, and maybe it was the second time on it, or what was his first time? How many times have we had Bengal on so far this year? Just once, right?
3 times, I think.
Yeah, one
this year. We had him on before the Madden came out, and then after.
Yeah, so
after 2 times so far.
After he said, yeah, this CFM is shit. Like, so once the game finally came out, he said the game was shit, and I agree with him. I put out the video saying this game is shit. Why would I backtrack?
I mean, it's not like you backtrack. It's just y'all both were just coming at me because I was being too critical, overly critical, over them putting in the coaches looking stupid on the cell phone and typing on a tablet. I'm like, that's a waste of time. And y'all are like, it doesn't take that much. But anyway, we digress. I know there was a rift just because I thought that this is like the CFM has been pretty much the same. So I can see why they're mad. But they have been giving y'all the same thing for the past 3 seasons. So at some point, you just got to just stop buying the game.
CFM honestly probably hates us. It's almost like we're kind of like the big brother who just gets all the gifts and stuff. Or actually, no. I guess it'd technically be like the opposite, right? But then that doesn't make my analogy work anymore. But we're the one who's always example. Favored by the parent, and then CFM's just sitting there why can't we get something? And the parent's like, nah, Timmy needs his 7th ice cream cone. Just give him more. And then I don't know where I was going with that, honestly.
Would be like me when I was growing up. So I had a birthday in July. My uncle's birthday was in September. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma on my birthday would buy him gifts, and I would get nothing. Oof. That's CFM. That's me. I'm CFM. He got all the gifts, not on his birthday. And meanwhile, I'm over here waiting. I get a piggy bank. He gets a damn party thrown at a damn fun factory. I'm like, it's not his birthday. It's my birthday. That's how CFM players feels like. I'm the one that put Madden on the map. I play this game every single year. MUT wasn't a thing. I'm buying every single year for CFM, but now y'all can't help me out by making the mode better. All those MUT stuff, all those mutters get a bunch of fluffy, shiny items. I'd be hot too, honestly.
Yeah, well, the thing is, all right, the MUT team itself isn't that big either. It's not like it's a huge drain on the resources of EA. If anything, MUT's bringing in way more money for this game. They could hire way more people to help develop this game because of MUT. So it's I get that they want to blame everybody for the issues, but the issue lies solely with EA's upper management and their inability to divert resources to CFM, even though it's the backbone of their game. But now that MUT's kind of in, MUT is more of the cash cow. But I don't know. We can't, as a community, hate each other. We all need to come together as a community and hate EA because their lack of investment in so much of their the needed parts of this franchise is disgusting. And really, that's kind of what I want to leave with. We all need to band together. It shouldn't be a rift. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know there was a rift, to be completely honest with you. So
Neither did I. But I can see why, because we get all our fun stuff, they get nothing. Real quick, have y'all noticed that chemistry is broken?
What do you mean?
how
It
so?
doesn't increase your overall like it should.
I've seen overall increases with chemistry.
I have too, but you go to mud squads, your team gets their chemistry boost. But when you don't go to mud squads, they like in your regular line they don't.
Yeah,
So
but
like right now my Clowney's a 95 in mud squads,
Okay.
but he's a 93 in my regular lineup.
couldn't that be
My
just be? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, couldn't that be because wasn't there like a glitch or a thing last year where like, if multiple people had the same chemistry, so like say for example, like this year, if I have tier 5 lockdown and I'm running offense, but I just happen to have tier 5 lockdown like on my team, and then my friend comes in to run defense and he has tier 5 lockdown, won't the game like technically like mash those two together? So like whoever has lockdown on the defense would actually have like times, whatever lockdown. Like
Okay,
they
so
would
I
have.
get you on that. I go in there by myself. There's
Oh,
nobody,
okay.
no offense, no defense. I'm a 91 overall defense. So if my defense is 91 overall, my offense is 89. I should be a 90 overall, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm only an 89 because they're not giving me the chemistry boost for my defense. They gotta test this out. I think chemistry is broken when it comes to boost this year.
Yeah,
My Tyrann Matthews is a 92. My Ramsey's a 92. My Boyer's a 90. My Slay's a 92. Watt's a 94. Vita Vea's a 89. And in my regular lineup, they're basically either the same overall they were when I powered them up, or they're +1 instead of being a +2.
That's really odd.
Yeah, I don't have enough experience to say why or what's happening right there, but I get you, Tex. Anyways, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next question. Wait, hang on. Oh, sorry, that's Barry Bonds. Where did I lose it? All right, Kerry Gaines said this for a while now. Price on the cards in the auction. We were talking about pack odds and individual card odds last week, Texas. So we talked about three things: the legend leaks, the card odds, and then the events in Jacksonville. So we'll talk about the card odds stuff here. All right, price of cards in the auction house dictates their odds. That's why these base elites become cheaper later in the year. This is why cheap limited seem to flat out packs, while Mike Vick and Moss seem to be more rare, and every pulls Steve Hutchinson and Lorenzo Neal. Why do you think that's accurate? Do you think like the lower the card price, the better the odd is, Texas?
The lower the pack odds, the lower the card price.
No. The lower the card price, the higher the
Lower the
pack
card
odds
price.
are for that one
Higher
card.
the pack odds. I personally think so, just based off what I'm seeing. Like I still don't see Tyreek Hill popping out of 83 slots in packs. See a lot of the like Derek Carrs and other 82s that are like going for nothing, but you don't see the high tier cards. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. It's a percentage for like the low tier one, but the high tier one is just as like pulling 83 Tyreek is like pulling an 88 Von Miller.
Wait, say that again?
I don't know about that.
Like I would say, like an example, like pulling an 83 Tyreek, I wouldn't be surprised if the odds on that, like pulling an 88 Von Miller, since they're going for around the same price. Or not no more now.
No,
like
I
before.
understand your thinking, and
Yeah.
I disagree with it. I still think it's all based off supply and demand. The demand for Tyreek is as high as, or probably higher than Vaughn. I think the demand for Tyreek is higher than Vaughn, and Tyreek comes at a higher rate out of packs than Vaughn. Because who would you rather have your team, irrespective of price? Who makes more of a difference, Tyreek or Vaughn?
I mean, obviously it's going to be Tyreek because defensive players in this game are ass.
Yeah, so that's why he's more demanded. So even though he's coming out of packs more often, I think there's just more demand behind it to raise the price.
It might be true because like when I look at Legends Fantasy Packs, I watch a lot of guys pull those. The only like 85s I see pop out are like Marcus Peters and Greg Olson. And then like it's kind of like the low tier 85s that nobody really wants.
Yeah.
Like there's some decent 85s like Lyman, but I don't really see like Norwell pop out.
I think Lyman have
Like,
a
it's
weird,
just-
yeah.
Lyman have good value, but it just seems like if you pull those packs, you're either gonna get an 83 Legend, which could be anything, or 82 or 83 Legend. You're gonna get a obviously like a terrible first card typically, but then the last one is like an 85 Olsen or an 85 Peters or an 84. Is 84 better, right? So some of like
Yeah.
the 84 overall cards, it just seems like it's stuck with the same cards. What are the odds of these packs? I know they're basically. How's that make any sense?
What do you mean? Makes sense.
Because it says 100% probability of an 84.
That means because it's a guaranteed 84.
I got you.
Yeah.
But it's like 3 rounds, though. I want to see the probability of like the first round, second round, and third round.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think they do that.
But then 100% probability of 84. I should get 1. I feel like, okay. Like all the packs then. I guess you're guaranteed 84. But it just seems like you're not pulling a lot of the expensive 85s that are going for a lot in the auction block. Same thing with like the 83 Tyreek. Like you're not pulling him, you're pulling a lot of the cheap 82s. And so it could be supply and demand, or it could just be certain cards have certain pack odds.
Well, I'm not sure how the odds would work out, like how the math on this would work, and I could be completely wrong. But there's also, I think there would also be a lot more, like, I guess in Tyreek Hill's state, I think there'd be a lot more 83 overalls than there would be 88s in the game. And so, like, if somebody pulls an 83, they're not necessarily going to get Tyreek Hill. Which, by the way, I did actually watch a video of Solo Battles rewards yesterday, and somebody did have Tyreek Hill in their 3. So he is there. He's just, hiding.
There are more 83s than there are 88s.
Yeah. I don't know how that math works out, though.
Numbers
Numbers are the worst.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So next question is, what do you think about weekend league rewards for gold? This is from Threes on Standby. What do you think about weekend league rewards for gold, 15 wins, 85K, and silver, 11 wins, 55K tiers, compared to top 100/elite 18 wins, 190K tier rewards? With rewards the way they think the weekend league is worth playing if you're not an 18-plus player? Do you guys get that?
All right, so,
is it,
so I was coughing when you were talking about the lower tier reward or the top tier rewards. So what were you saying?
So the top tier rewards, 18
Yeah.
wins, 190K for that top tier, and then over that would be top 100. Whereas like in the gold at 15 wins is only 85K, and the silver is only 55K. Is weekend league not worth playing if you're not a top top win player?
So if you're not going to be getting 18 wins, is it worth playing?
Yeah, it's worth
playing?
wasting your time with weekend league.
So basically the math works out at it's like 10 plus K a win for 18 wins. And then for less than that, it's, I mean, you never know because you can always get lucky. So I guess you should just play because you can probably get to 18. I don't know how the ELO works this year.
It's not easy to get to 18. Let's not make
definitely
it
not.
like an easy achievement.
No. If you can get to 15, you could probably get to 18.
Maybe.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if you can get to 15 like consistently, 18 is just 3 more games. And so I don't know like if they're gonna be matching you up with guys inside the top 100 after you play, like they were last year. I don't know what the system is so far since it's just still starting. But I figure if you can get there, just don't play 15 anymore. I guess they wanted to decentivize you just playing 15 games is why they had a structure the way it was. Since last year, a lot of guys would just play 15 and quit. Now you have to play, at least get to 18 so you can get at least 10K per game. But in general, I don't know if playing weekend league is like worth it in general because it's just a stressful weekend unless you're really good.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a top tier competitor, like playing every single week, going against Fake Screen Will, going against Gutfoxx's Saints ebook Blitz. Like, I don't know if that's like the best thing you could do for your health.
Especially like if you had to make a decision between solo battles and head-to-head weekend league, I think the solo battles is the easy decision, isn't it?
Easily, yes.
Yeah.
It's less games, less time, and more coins if you're really good. Why is this in my throat? Oh no!
Let's get the frog out. All right, we'll throw it to Lemon. Hey, Lemon, what do you think about that same question?
Oh, about like
Is it
sorry,
worth
what was the
playing
question
weekend
again? I
league?
totally forgot. I just saw that. Yeah. Oh yeah, worth playing weekend league. Yeah, I mean for me personally, I mean I'll probably get roasted for this, but I don't think I've gotten higher than silver this year. And to me it's still been worth it because you kind of get to a certain point where it's like weekend league and solo battles is the only thing that's going to give you like consistent coins on a weekly basis. Like, yeah, you can go grind solos, but once you're out of solos, I mean, there's nothing left there to grind. And if I had to choose between head-to-head seasons and weekend league, I'm taking weekend league like 100% of the time just because you just get more coins. It's just more fun to open up, like, even the little packs that you get, during the week. You just get more packs, you get more coins. It's just, I think in general, the weekend league is still worth playing. I guess it just kind of depends on how much frustration you're willing to go through to like get the rewards. I don't know, but in general, yeah. I mean, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. All right. It's a good take, but I would say, yeah, if you had to choose between the two, solo battles is the easy choice. All right, moving on to the next question. So Garcia Studios has got a long one. Wait, what the hell? There's two of them that say the same thing. Repack odds. All right, I guess there two people put in paragraphs about pack odds. Man, you really press some buttons, Tex. I'm gonna go to Garcia's. I'll read Garcia's this time. Sorry, Jeremy Quartz. We'll read Garcia's studio about pack odds, and we'll wrap it up. For the first weekend was the best odds, he says, and I don't disagree with that. I got pretty good pulls that first weekend, then my account got hacked. It's been trashed since then. I'm a MUT 13 veteran and open over 1,000 packs a year. I've only pulled one limited card in the last 3 MUT years. And just for note, I've never pulled a golden ticket card in 6 years of MUT so far. I believe since I spend a lot of money each year, my pack luck is horrible. Meta maybe? I don't know what the meta reference is there. But since they have my complete spending history, know I play every single year, who knows? Maybe I remember the days back in the first few weeks of MUT, you'd spend $100 by bundle, you got a guaranteed elite. And I mean, over 90 when elite actually meant something. Get off my lawn, he says. I'm just kidding, I added that. Not that these 80 rated so-called elites that we all know are really gold level play, just my opinion. Yeah, the watering down of the word elite is a separate opinion than the pack odds. So yeah, do you think EA tracks us by how much we spend and gives us worse pulls if we spend more? Lemon?
No.
Oh, Texas, you go.
Okay. I'm back. I still had a frog in my throat. I cleared it out. I didn't get some water. But no, that don't make any sense, though, because I just think the pack odds every single year are going to get worse and worse because the game's going to keep making more and more money. And with there being more value in packs, you're going to keep seeing worse and worse pack odds because you're not really losing that many coins. Go ahead.
Here's the thing, Texas. Before this year, remember when you and I were talking about power-ups and base elites and how base elites would keep going up unless they were spitting out of packs like crazy? I think, at least based off my early polls, base elites were getting spit out of packs better than last year. Do you disagree with me when I say I think pack odds are better this year than last year?
I don't know if that's true. I would say that the price of the cards are stuck at a better than they are last year, which makes it seem like pack odds are better.
What do you mean by that?
Because they're capped at certain limits because of training. So if you pull an 84, you're going to get 30K guaranteed.
I've even pulled some, like, early on. I haven't pulled much since, but I pulled some decently high overalls.
Well, you're also pulling, like, pre-launch, weren't you? And pre-launch packs are just kind of like a different story. Like I don't know why those packs are juice. Like last year, didn't you pre-launch packs like give you Calais Campbell 89?
Yeah, but I spent $1,000. That
I know you spent $1,000, but like how many 89s you pull after that Calais Campbell? Like not much. Mm-hmm. It just comes down to that. But like I feel like because the pack odds may seem better this year, just because like if you pull a 84 or an 86, like you're going to get a guaranteed amount of coins. Whereas last year, some of those cards nobody even wanted to use. So I think it's a little bit different. But also, I haven't pulled many packs, so I'm probably not the right person. But I because like last year, only packs I really pulled early on like gold player packs. But now I'm pulling get a player packs. They're getting gold player because I'm a weirdo. And so I those are terrible unless you get big. Like they're really bad until they're good. And those packs are ass.
I hate those packs.
Oh my gosh, they're so. I think I might have broke even on them in total, but like you'll go through like 100K not pulling any elites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon, what do you think about that same question?
I don't really think. I think to me, them lowering your odds if you spend more money, to me that really doesn't make much sense. Just from like a business side, I don't see how anybody could go and like look and be like, oh look, they're spending a lot of money here, so let's make their experience worse because they're going to spend it anyway. Like to me, that doesn't make sense. Because even the people who spend a lot of money, I mean, a lot of them I think are YouTubers or whatever as well. So they would be showing their pulls to the internet. So like you wouldn't want to make their pulls worse because then, I mean, nobody would want to buy packs then. And I could see EA making pack odds better for people who don't spend money to maybe like encourage them. But I don't see them making the pack odds worse when you start spending money. But they might give you like a little hint like, oh, hey, we'll give you like this 89 overall out of this elite player pack you bought with coins. Now you want to pull out the credit card and buy the other 9. Like maybe, but even then, I don't know. I think it's kind of a stretch to say that they like. And honestly, I don't even think they would care enough That sounds like way too much work for EA to actually like go through and like be like, oh, if they spend X amount of money, make their odds this worse. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I think a lot of the issues in the community and a lot of things we complain about, and we always, as human beings, it's something we just do. We look for patterns in everything, and we always want a reason why something happens. It's so hard to accept randomness, and I face the same issue myself. Like, I don't know why my packs go cold. I don't know why they go hard, or I don't know. And the same thing, like, why do some spec catches work against me? Why do my spec catches not work? Why do I always get boned? It's sometimes just hard to accept. You know, sometimes shitty things happen to good people and the reverse. Like, just random happenings. And we want a pattern. We want to say there's a big, bad, evil corporation. But the fact that I know how little, like, how do I explain this? EA has so many screw-ups. The fact that you think they're master planning and tailoring to each person's account, it feels like more than they care. Like, I've said this before. Like, when you go to a job and like in a big company, in a bureaucracy and stuff, you care more. I mean, I'm not saying they don't care about the jobs, but like fucking with players and their pack odds, it seems like it's pretty low on their priority list versus like, say, you know, just getting through the day doing their shit. Like, who I don't know. Maybe there's some psychopath there that's like, hey, fuck this guy in particular. We're fucking up his packs for the year or whatnot. But I don't know. I think it's randomness, and we always look for something in randomness, but frequently there isn't anything there. That's all I got for the podcast, guys. What?
I learned that when I was playing D&D. I did that every single weekend. Like, just sometimes the dice just don't roll in your favor that week.
Yeah.
Like last week I played, I was rolling 18s, bro. Just slaying 18s. And then the week before, I'm over here getting pickpocketed by somebody with 7 sneak. So mad.
Yeah. Bastards.
Just how it works, man.
It really is.
Way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. So, that's it. Hey, Lemon, thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your insight as a member of the community and stuff. And and give us a more, I don't know, grounded look at MUT, I guess.
Yeah, there actually was one thing. Can I bring up one thing real quick?
Of course.
Go ahead.
Okay. There's one thing I was thinking. It might sound kind of crazy, but I was just thinking, like, in general, like, all the innovations we've had to MUT.
Podcast. If it's crazy, let's cut. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Got it. No. Okay. So what I was thinking is, I wonder if the success of MUT this year should be attributed in part to Carlos Guerrero when he worked there. Because I remember, like, one of his first interviews, like the only interview that he ever did, he talked about how one thing that he wanted to emphasize was, like, starting the creative process earlier, because he was like, you know, they're always, you know, so reactionary, always trying to fix things. They're never, like, actually, you know, adding anything. And so he kind of, like, made them, you know, be more creative. And MUT is an extremely creative game mode. You know, like, they have, like, pack odds that, you know, or not pack odds, like pack animations, which are all really cool this year. Definitely way more than what I even expected when they said that they were going to add pack animations. I just think in general, like, I don't know. I mean, it just seems like there's a lot more creative stuff that was, like, added this year. And the training thing, like, EA always makes a fuss about how many cards they have to add into the game. So you're telling me for like 5 or 6 power-up cards a team, they added like 10 versions of that player into the game that they had to go in and test and like do all this stuff? Like, there's no way they would have wanted to do that. Like, make like 9 versions of Odell Beckham or whatever, like make his 70 overall and then make his 72 and then make his 74 and then, you know, so on. I don't know. I just feel like it just looks like they had like a lot more time this year to actually work on MUT. So, I don't know.
They didn't give us anything near the end of 18 because they were working on 19 so long. I don't know about your point on Carlos Guerrero about, like, not rushing things and stuff. Like, that's the same line Jake gave us the previous summer. Like, I feel like staying ahead of the stuff is just, like, what they want to be. It's always a goal. But as the year goes on, it always just kind of, you know, becomes kind of thrown by the wayside and shit just keeps piling up on them. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see at the end of this year, because if the content drops off, then we'll know that that's just like their pattern. Then basically it's just to let the game die once it's 6 months in and work on the next one.
After the Super Bowl, it's hashtag MUT season, hashtag go ahead and move to another game season.
Also, I don't want to give them too much credit for putting pack animations in the game, because that should have been in the game 3 years ago. So it took them 3 years to finally add it.
They definitely are really cool, though.
It's better late than never, but I agree with you, Tex.
Yeah, they came out here saying, yo, thank you for these are dope. Yeah, this should have been in the game from the launch. Like, what are we doing with this? Like, we all wanted blue-green flashes. It took y'all until this game to do it. And then they were, so mad at them last year. And then I'm still mad that 80 overall elites flash the same as 89, DA.
Yeah, that
don't make no damn sense. Like, y'all had all this time, and y'all couldn't make a different elite flash, huh? Huh?
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
I mean, cornucopia packs will be fun this year, though, to watch people open those if they do those for Thanksgiving promo again.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, Team of the Week animation was pretty cool. We'll see how fancy they get with it. I wonder what the craziest stuff we'll have this year. Like, they've got some pretty good ones, though.
I feel like we haven't even seen. I feel like we haven't even seen anything yet. I feel like they're saving like the best stuff for like Most Feared and like Christmas promo and stuff, because that's when they know. Like, yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
Tex, say your question.
What's your favorite animation so far?
My favorite animation is when my opponent's user doesn't get one and I complete a pass. No, but my favorite animation on packs is flashbacks. I think flashbacks are favorite animation. You, Lemon?
I like the legend pull, because for me, like when you pull a full legend, like the way it kind of, you almost get like this blue fire that starts to come out, and then like there's like different like things that go off, and then it just like completely like explodes almost, and then the card just reveals. Like, to me, it's really cool because it's one of the ones that actually like builds up a lot, and you can tell almost right away that honestly, my least favorite animation, I think, and maybe it's just because I haven't gotten it yet, of course, but is the limited edition one. Like, I've seen that one, and to me, I don't know how I feel about that one. To me, it's like way too like jarring, because it's just completely like, as soon as you see it, I don't know, it's just not even cool. Like, it's just boxes that like go out to the side, and then like that's it. Like, the card doesn't even like build up or anything. I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah. Isn't the legend pull the same for like all the legends though?
No, full legend is different than like full legend and limited edition are the same, but like base legend and then full legend pull or what I mean by base legend is like little like piece legend, like 83 legend versus full legend is different. Like, you would know a difference like within like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've seen that yet. So yeah, maybe I've seen the regular legend pull, and it's like explosive, but I guess I don't remember the rest of the juice. But,
yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just cool. Yeah. I also like the color blue, so
Nice. Wait, being a lemon, you like blue? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, well, I mean, yellow's not a great color though. It's too bright. I still love lemonade though.
Lemon and blue are like contrary colors, so they stand out well against each other. So maybe that's why you like blue. Hey, Tex, what about you? What's your favorite pack animation?
It's a cross between the Legends Flash, or like the Mudmaster one is dope, but you're not going to see that often.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to be pulling packs. I do like the flashback when you do get the like 89. Don't know why the 90 overall flash is the same as the 89. Again, EA, stop being lazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the 90 overall flash is the same as the 87.
Oh, do they really? Oh.
Yeah. So if you pull an 87 or 88, you don't know if you don't know if you pulled that or a 90. More than likely, it's gonna be the 87, but they don't flash differently.
Yeah, I don't understand the MUTMaster flash, to be quite honest with you. Like, that one to me, like, I just don't care. I don't know why they couldn't have taken that animation that you get for the token and just like applied it to when like you finally constructed Ryan Shazier, which to me, like, I've seen people like go through the upgrade process, and I've went through it myself, and it doesn't really seem like when you hit MUTMaster you get like any cool like upgrade animation. Like, it's still like a green light and then he just upgrades. Like, I feel like it should have been something that's like really dramatic. I think the thing that you get for the token is definitely a really cool animation, but I think it was kind of wasted on like a token because it's like you already know what you're getting. Like it's not exciting. It's like, okay, I know I got an upgrade token. Let me just open it and watch the cool, colors go across my screen for a second and then add it to Shazier. Like I would have much rather seen that animation been like for like a pull inside of like a pro pack or something, or a gold player pack. I think it was kind of wasted on a token.
Yeah, I get you because you see it so frequently for something so minor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. I'm kind of excited to see all of them going forward, and that'll be neat. But anyways, that's the podcast. Tex, you want to take us out?
Yep, that's episode 128. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next week on Fox's channel. Again, links will be down in the description below. Be sure to follow Fox on Twitter and YouTube. Also follow Legendary Limit, our guest, on the Twitters. We'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
See ya.